Today I'd like to welcome back Tottie Goldsmith to Simply Wellbeing. Tottie is a mother, an actor, a singer, a host and a marriage celebrant. She's also produced and narrated some sleep and relaxation CDs for both adults and kids, which is what I'd like to talk to her about today. Hello, Tottie.
Hi, honey.
We'll just start with, how did you start meditating? Where did that come in your life?
Well, I started when I was pregnant, actually. I was 30 and I was married to Stephen Lee, who was a 3-time Olympic downhill skier. And as an athlete with doing a dangerous sport with little to no protection, I mean, they're in Lycra. Come on, and then a little baby helmet. And so he used meditation to not only calm his nerves, but to be able to visualise the course that he was about to take, and this is what athletes do. He had done transcendental meditation and encouraged me to do it. I said, I can't do that. I think too much. I'm too fast. I won't be able to do it. And he said, you're perfect. So when I was about 3 months pregnant, I did a TM, Transcendental Meditation course. And I fought it at the beginning and got shocking headaches. And then one day the penny dropped about just allowing it to happen and not fighting for it and trying to find the meditation or the mantra. And then I started noticing that it was working for me. And the most profound time I noticed it was when I was actually skiing. And instead of seeing the whole mountain down in front of me and being overwhelmed, I saw it as a step by step. And I suddenly realised that my world, my perception of the world was changing and becoming much more manageable.
So it kept you in the moment, is that?
Much more in the moment and not looking right down the hill of life, but being able to stay, present and right there.
And what else has meditation actually brought into your life?
I don't know what my life would be like without it, because I do it pretty much every day. There's the odd day that I can't do it. But life can throw some wobblies at you, and we all, life throws stresses at us. And I find that I'm still emotional. I'm a sensitive person, but I don't get overwhelmed by things like I used to. And I just feel better. And even... All right, yesterday I did a gig last night, a singing gig with the Shantuzis. We went and did sound check. It was at a hotel, so we stayed there the whole way through. We didn't go on for 5 hours. I crawled under the table and did a meditation and came up looking fresh and bright and performed really well. And everyone else was tired because they'd been sitting around. Yeah. So it just freshens you up straight away. And it's the equivalent to about 5 hours of sleep, doing about 20 minutes.
Is that any type of meditation, or is it specifically the transcendental meditation?
Any type of meditation, because basically transcendental is, the whole purpose of it really is to get out of thought and have something else to focus on to. What transcendental is to really cut it down, and this is not giving it the credit it's due, but it's the sounds is what's so healing in your body, and it's a group of sounds that aren't words. We don't relate to anything in our life, and the sounds, the the ah, the om, all affect different organs, parts of our body, and help to just move us out of thought. So when you do go into thinking, because it's natural, that's what our brain is so trained to do because of life, and you recognise you're thinking, you just choose to go back to the sound. And you can do it with breath. You can follow your breath. You can take your attention into your body, in different parts of your body, and have the same effect. So it's what really works for you. And I've done a whole lot of different meditations. And I have a little toolbox, and I mix it up, and I do what I feel like, and it works for me.
So you feel like it's like you say, something in your toolbox that you can utilise when you get stressed in life?
I don't wait to get stressed. It's not a Band-Aid. I do it all the time, so I don't wait to that point that I'm so stressed out and I can't meditate. So I just do it. Even if I get 5 minutes, I can go and disappear. And I've done this when I was doing Grease, the musical arena. We were in training, we were in rehearsals, and it was full on, and it was noisy, and there was 70 dancers and 100 people everywhere. And I would just go and sit on a toilet, close the door, and do 5 minutes meditation, and the difference it would make is unbelievable.
It's really good that you could have that in such a high pressure industry.
I just make it happen because I know how much better I feel. And, it's on every level. I just feel like a better person. I'd probably be insane without it.
And so for all the people out there who are thinking about doing meditation, what actual health benefits are there for them?
Well, there's a lot of anti-aging benefits because it helps our own healing process within the body, and there's all these proven ones, which is a reduction in anxiety, a reduction of chronic pain, and I've had chronic pain because I've got hip problems and I've had arthritis, and it's really helped me dealing with the pain, and that lowers cortisol, which is a stress hormone. It increases cognitive function, reduces substance abuse. It's been known to help alcoholics and people with drug abuse and any addiction, even if it's food addiction, stress addiction. It lowers your blood pressure. I mean, there's just so many things that it does that it's proven. Anyone can just go and Google the benefits of meditation and see it for themselves. But it's free.
And you can take it anywhere.
You can take it anywhere. You know, you could sit at Flinders Street Station at, rush hour and meditate. And it's interesting because I find... I was meditating this morning and there was a couple upstairs in my apartment block having a ripper fight. So I chose that was the outside world, and it actually forced me more inside to my peace and to recognise that has nothing to do with where I am and to go deeper into my body. So sometimes outside noise can actually help you get to a deeper place.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
it's good.
So you've made... for adults, both a relaxation and sleep study. What's the actual difference between them?
Well, the children's one is aimed... I worked on it with a child psychiatrist who had worked a lot with trauma kids. And my daughter Layla, had really bad asthma. And at one stage, she was 10 months old, she had asthma and croup at the same time, and she ended up in hospital. And they were about to give her a tracheotomy. And her stress levels were stopping the cortisone working. And so I started singing Humphrey the Bear to her, and that was something that she was accustomed to, their songs that made her feel relaxed, and all of a sudden her body relaxed and the medication kicked in. She didn't have a tracheotomy. So I did one with children, I did one for sleep. When I had chronic fatigue, I had shocking troubles with sleep. So I met a sleep scientist. I said, I've got this idea, can we work on it together? And we did. And I did one called Relaxation. A lot of people are afraid of the word meditation because they think, I can't do that and it's spiritual and whatever. It doesn't have to be. It's tools. You don't have to have a spiritual bone in your body. Doesn't hoit, let me tell you. But it just helps you get out of your thinking patterns. But just, backing up on when you asked about the anti-aging and the health benefits, people that have been meditating for 5 years are physiologically 12 years younger than their non-meditating counterparts.
Wow.
And
that's
people
massive.
that do, I know it is, and people that even do it short term have 5 years younger. And these are tests that have been done scientifically.
Are these people that meditate every day? Is that...
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
With TM, they encourage you to do it morning and night, and the reason for that is when you wake up to prepare yourself for the day, and then at night to download what you've experienced during the day. And it's really good if you can do that, but don't beat yourself up if you can't. If you can get 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes somewhere, fantastic.
So there's no set time. You could do just 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night.
If you can, that's great, but the whole thing, after having chronic fatigue, I learnt not to beat myself up and not make everything so hard on myself. And so if I could just grab 10 or 20 minutes anywhere, it's better than nothing.
Well, I've got a 3-year-old daughter, and she's right there. She's my alarm clock, and there's no way I can sit there and say, I'm just going to meditate for 20 minutes.
Well, when they sleep, with Layla, when she slept, I meditated, and then it just rebooted my system. And when she was playing, I could sit there, and then I could, separate, as I said earlier, separate myself from the noise she was making. She was safe. She was right near me. I could hear if she was in trouble. But I put a note on my door, don't wake me, I'm meditating. And for her whole life, she's always known when I'm meditating, and she does it now, just by osmosis.
So she does it as well. Does she do courses, or is something you taught her?
She did it through me, and then she did a TM course when she was 15. So,
because obviously you've been a single mother, and you brought up Layla on your own, and you're also a very healthy person. I know that anyone that meets Tottie is shocked at her age because you look a lot younger than you are. and having raised a child on your own and worked, what tips can you give mothers out there, because it is such a balance between working and looking after children, and then people's health is the one thing that suffers. So
it is, and I learnt the lesson the hard way, because I did end up with chronic fatigue. I got glandular, and I kept working through it. I didn't take a break. You've got to listen to your body. It took me a while for that one to really kick in. But I think a great one is when kids lose their shit. Can I say shit on your... Yeah, thank you, done it. When they lose it, don't buy into it. It's their problem, and separate yourself from their drama, so then you can be there and be available for them and let them go through their experiences. And I think being a calming effect on them is a really healthy thing. But food is a huge one for me, especially after having chronic fatigue. I don't waste calories. I only put things in my mouth that are going to feed my body. And I think the balance is keeping a peaceful mind and having respect for both things you can that you do and believing that you can do it. Because I think if people keep going, oh, you poor thing, I don't know how you do it, you can buy into that drama. But we can do this stuff if we look after ourselves within that journey.
And I think, you know, the more you look after your health, the more energy you're going to be able to give to your child as well.
And then you can cope with everything because your mind is peaceful, your body is abundant and vibrant, and then everything kind of balances itself well.
I've learnt a lot today, Tosh, and I do meditate, but it kind of encourages me to do it even more, especially with statistics like it's going to make me look younger.
I know. How's that 12-year thing?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yeah. So if people want to look at your CDs or anything that's going on in your life, where can they find information?
I've got a website, www.tottiegoldsmith, that's with an IE, tottiegoldsmith.com.au.